it's common knowledge that the Gaelic League did much to preserve and promote the Irish language, and to instil in the Irish people a pride in their rich cultural heritage. Following its foundation in 1893, League branches sprung up all over the country, but as many soon discovered, concerts organised by local branches were often quite boring, worthy affairs, just too gloomy, according to the Freeman's Journal. Enter stage left, and to thunderous applause, this man, Cathal MacGarvey, an Irish speaker from Donegal who was blessed with an impish sense of humour. Born in Rathmullen on the 3rd of June 1866, he moved to Dublin in his early 20s and immersed himself in all aspects of the League. In 1900, he opened An Stad, a tobacconist's shop and guest house in North Frederick Street, the address becoming a hub for poets and writers. When his shop was visited by luminaries such as Douglas Hyde, W.B. Yeats, James Joyce, or Sean O'Casey, MacGarvey regaled them with stories, jokes, recitations and songs, delivered either in Irish or English. He made guest appearances at League functions throughout the country, and when An Stad closed its doors in 1905, the king of Irish Ireland entertainers decided to turn semi-professional. The majority of MacGarvey's humorous recitations, and there were many, were self-composed and included titles such as An Orange Man's St. Patrick's Day, Mulligan's Terrier Dog, and the epic Mayoral Banquet at Ninepence a Skull. On the 24th of July 1910, at St. Mary's Hall, King's Court in County Cavan, he introduced the local branch of the Gaelic League to a new song, The Star of the County Down. Both words and music were published in May 1911 by Gill and Sons of Dublin. Set to a traditional air and arranged for piano by K.M., the song had 5 verses and included an unforgettable chorus, from Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, but when sung today, the verses are usually whittled down to 3. The subject matter is not unusual, in that it tells of a man being smitten by a beautiful girl, in this case young Rosie McCann from Banbridge in County Down. And the lyrics are far from Keatsian or Byron-esque, but the imagery contained therein would give any romantic poet a run for his money. Only MacGarvey would dare to include the following line in a love song: When her eyes she'd roll, she could coax upon me soul a spud from a hungry pig. Audiences from Ballyshannon to Cork, from Dublin to Belfast, simply could not get enough of it. In 1912, MacGarvey was appointed manager of a new Dublin cinema, the Phoenix Picture Palace, on Ellis's Quay, and 2 years later he took up the post of manager of the Masterpiece Theatre at number 99 Talbot Street. When returning from his lunch break on the 5th of May 1916, just days after the Easter Rising, he was almost killed when a damaged gas pipe exploded near O'Connell Street Bridge. The Irish Independent recording that he was thrown violently against the side of the bridge and was left unconscious for some minutes. Undaunted, MacGarvey brushed the brick dust from his hair and clothes and returned to his duties in Talbot Street. Cathal MacGarvey appeared in a few silent movies. In 1926, for example, he played the part of Shanahan the Jarvey in Isaac Apple's film Irish destiny. But he will always be remembered as the man who immortalised in song Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann. The sheet music of the Star of the County Down included another song, The Devil and the Bailiff, another jaunting ballad which MacGarvey composed in Irish first and translated it into English, beginning with "One fine pleasant evening last summer, I was strolling through Condamnamee." The Devil and the Bailiff would be recorded many years later by Val Donegan, Johnny McAvoy, June Tabor, and the Newfoundland Symphony Youth Choir. Cathal MacGarvey died on the 15th of November 1927 at his home at 27 Whitworth Road in Drumcondra. The Star of the County Down has been recorded by numerous artists, including John McCormack, Van Morrison and the Chieftains, and the Pogues. And so ends the story behind Cathal MacGarvey's The Star of the County Down. Near to Banbridge town in the County Down, one morning last July, down a boring green came a sweet colleen. She smiled as she passed me by. Ah, she looked so sweet from her 2 white feet to the sheen of her nut brown hair. Such a coaxing elf, I'd to shake myself to make sure I was really there. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the brown colleen that I met in the County Down. As she onward sped, I scratched my head and I gazed with a feeling queer. There I says I, to a passer-by, who's the maid with the nut brown hair? Oh, he smiled at me and with pride says he, that's a gem of Ireland's crown. Young Rosie McCann from the banks of the Bann, she's the star of the County Down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen, she's the star of the County Down. Though I roamed a bit, I was never hit since my roving career began. Ah, but fair and square I surrendered there to the charms of Rose McCann. With a heart to let, no tenant yet did I meet in shawl or gown. Ah, but in she went, and I asked no rent from the star of the County Down. Ah, from Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen, she's the star of the County Down. She had a soft brown eye with a look so sly, and a smile like the sun in June, and you hung on each note from her round white throat as she lilted an Irish tune. At the crossroads dance you were held in trance as she tripped through a reel or a jig. But when her eyes she'd roll, she could coax upon my soul a spud from a hungry pig. Ah, from Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, no maid I've seen like the sweet Colleen, she's the star of the County Down. At the harvest fair she'll be surely there, so I'll dress in me Sunday clothes, and I'll try sheep's size and the luthering lies on the heart of me nut brown rose. No pipe I'll smoke, no horse I'll yoke, though me plough with the rust turn brown, till a smiling bride by my own fireside sits the star of the County Down. From Bantry Bay up to Derry Quay, and from Galway to Dublin town, and you won't, I ween, meet another Colleen like the star of the County Down.